Greetings, friends. Dennis LaRue here. No, I'm not on the street. I decided to bring Steel Toes back to my personal page for tonight. It's great to be here. It's episode number 50. You see the balloons here? It just happens that Steel Toes this week coincided with my birthday yesterday. I got some balloons. So this is episode number 50 in Steel Toes. And guess how old I am? Guess how old I am? Since this is episode 50? Hey, Donna, glad you're there. Hey, I see Ed Reed. All right. Hey, if you're jumping in, tell me who's here. Tell me where you're from. I see Rich. I see Rich Stewart. Good to see you guys. Yesterday was my birthday, so we're going to do Steel Toes right here. Episode number 50. Guess how old I am? I'm not 50. I'm just a couple years shy of 50. Just a couple. But I wanted to show you the balloons and also share with you tonight's Steel Toes thought, because it coincides with the whole birthday theme. You know, when we were kids, birthdays meant so much to us, didn't they? I mean, hey, Jake! My man, Jake! Jake, I'm glad you're watching. You just made my night, brother. Man, that fires me up that Jake's watching. Ed, you know who Jake is. Jake's watching. That's what I'm talking about. So, birthdays. When we were kids, I remember when I was a kid. Now, my parents, the way we did birthdays was this. I was born in the morning. So I got a birthday present in the morning. And since I'm born in September, well, it was school. So I got to open a present before I went to school. And usually it was a present that I got to take to school. Maybe it was a watch or something I could keep in my pocket or something I could wear. And that was always cool because I knew in the afternoon when I got home there would be more presents, there would be cake and all of those things. So when we were kids, birthdays were awesome. Some of you may have had some great birthday parties, maybe even a slumber party if it was on the weekend. Whatever you did for your birthdays, when you were a kid, we always looked forward to our birthdays. But then something happened. We started getting older. We started getting older. And all of a sudden, those birthdays, the numbers for some people stopped. I know somebody in particular, and I won't mention any names, but they stopped aging at 39. And they were 39 and holding for about 30 years or so. You know, have you seen that before? But when we get older on our birthday, it reminds us of our mortality. It reminds us, kind of like the old hourglass, that it's flipped over and there's not much sand left in the hourglass. And it brings me to this quote from Sharma. I just got a hold of this book. You can get it at Amazon. It's called Discover Your Destiny. Now, it won't look like this cover. My particular cover, this particular edition of the book was actually made for Bangladesh and India and Pakistan. So I happened to find it in a used bookstore here in San Antonio. Go figure. So Sharma, Discover Your Destiny. It'll look different from this, but the title's the same. Discover Your Destiny with the monk who sold his Ferrari. Fantastic book. I can't put it down. And the quote that he shares in this book that really speaks to this whole birthday theme that we're talking about is this. He said, on your deathbed, the only person you'll have to answer to is the person you look at in the mirror every morning. You better be true to him, or for some of you, her. So there it is. On your deathbed, the only person you'll have to answer to is the person you look at in the mirror every morning. And you better be true to him or her. Woo! Who's got their steel toes on? Did you feel that? Did you feel it? Hey, Dan, glad you're watching. Did you feel that? You see, now, some of you will say, well, you know what? I've got to answer to God. That's true. That's true. We're going to answer to God. But that's after we die. On your deathbed, you've got to answer to you first. While you're still alive, you've got to answer to you. And I really believe this, that laying there, thoughts of the things that I wish I'd have done, the things I wish I would have said, the places I wish I would have went, or maybe that career path that I wish I'd have really gone into. I wish I'd have done the things I wanted to do. I wish I would have said the things I wanted to say, and I wish I could go back. And that's regret. Why do we have to wait until our 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s to realize that we should have done these sooner? Hey, thanks, Jake. I appreciate that, buddy. Love you. Why do we have to wait? Why do we wait till the end of our lives to discover we didn't live them the way we wanted to in the first place? Last time I checked, aren't we given a free will? Aren't we given an opportunity to make choices and decisions? Then why are we deciding at the end of our lives that we should have done these things sooner? So what is that right now for you? What is that? If you are on your deathbed today, we've talked about that, if those words ifs and buts. Hey Tom, glad you're watching, buddy. We've talked about the ifs and buts a couple of weeks ago here on Steel Toes. Those are words we need to take out of our vocabulary. If ifs and buts were candies and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. Remember that? Well, it's the same concept here. So if you're on your deathbed and you're accountable for you, if you were on your deathbed today, what would you say? You wish you would have done, wish you'd have said, persons you would have met, or a career path you should be on? Because you only get one chance to do this. This is it. One life. That is it. One life. What are we waiting for? What are you waiting for? If you're waiting for my permission for you to live your life, you have it. Because it's your life, not mine. You have permission to do what it is you're called to do, to be who you want to be, to say what you want to say, and to pursue the path that you are called to pursue. So what are you waiting for? The door is open. It's like running a race. Somebody shared this with me recently and said about me, this was about me, that I was on a horse track, and the gate to the horse track was open, and I'm a horse in that track, and the gate's open, the race has started, and I'm stuck in the gate, and nothing's holding me there. I'm staying there. What about you? Is that you? Are you at the starting line of the race, ready to run, and the gun goes off, and you're still at the starting line? Hey, Karen. Hey, Gail. Brian. So, again, this is your life. On your deathbed, you're accountable for you. And the reason I bring this up, yesterday, for those of you the 400 of you that took the time to say thank you and happy birthday to me, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Multiple different ways. Thank you. Thank you. And it sparked this thought today from Robin Sharma, his book, Discover Your Destiny. I highly recommend this book. I can't put it down. And he said, for those of you that are just jumping on your deathbed, the only person you'll have to answer to is the person you look at in the mirror every morning. And you better be true to him. Are you being true to yourself? Are you being true to you? Who are you living for? What are you doing that you are doing that you don't want to be doing because you'd rather be doing something else? Tomorrow's Monday. Many of you that listen to this, get this. Some of you hate Monday. You got a case of the Mondays, a movie says, where you hate to go to work. You don't want to be there. You look forward to hump day so you can get to Friday. And you waste 5 days of your life every week to live for 2. When you get to your deathbed, you're going to regret that type of living. You will. So quit trading 5 for 2 and start doing what you want for 7. Because at the end, you've got to answer to you. So if that day were today, what would you regret? What are some things you know you want to do? People you want to meet? Words that need to be said that you haven't said, haven't done, and haven't met? What are they? Because now it's time to do what Shawshank Redemption says. Either get busy living, or instead of get busy dying, just keep doing what you're doing because you are dying. If you're not busy living, you're dying. And you can just continue to stay in your comfort zone and wish and watch life's parade go by, and then at the end regret not participating in the parade. It's your choice. It really is. If you're waiting for your sign, there's your sign. If you're waiting for permission, you've already been given permission. If you are waiting for this voice from heaven to come down and tell you to do what it is that you're supposed to be doing, how about just being still for a moment and listen carefully, and you're going to hear that still small voice tell you, get busy. Go do it. What's it going to take for you to live the life you want to live? What's it going to take? Don't let it be tragedy. Don't let it be some trial or tribulation. Just today, make a decision and then take action. Turn your thought to a belief. Take that belief, convert it to action, make it a habit so you can change your circumstances and your character. There it is. But it starts with your thoughts. If you don't think that you can do what it is you want to do, then I want to challenge you. I want to challenge that thought. Is it a matter of capability or is it a matter of the will? Which is it? Because if it's capability, you can be taught. You can be trained. You can get the teaching. You can get the mentoring, the coaching, whatever it is you need to do whatever the capabilities, the skills. If it's a matter of will, that's a gut check. Now that's a question of choice and decision, and only you control that. So pull the trigger. Pull the trigger to what it is you're supposed to be doing and get busy doing it, because you don't want to get to the end of your life and say, I wish I'd have done this. I should have done this. I could have done that. Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I go talk to so-and-so? Why didn't I meet so-and-so? Man, do I regret my life. What? That's no way to live a life. It's no way to live. To get to the end of your life and go out with regret? Are you kidding me? Come on. Come on. So, that's your steel toes, folks. Here's your action step. Your action step is quite simple. Start living the life you want to live. Take action in one area that came to your awareness in these moments. That's right. Ed Reed said it right there. Read it in a comment. Make it happen now. Today. 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 Let me say that again. Today. Now. Because again, tomorrow could be too late. No regrets. That's right, Ed. No regrets. And that's your steel toes for this week. So there it is. I know that I laid a pretty heavy one on you. I know it's powerful, but you know what? That's what happens on birthdays. That's what happens on special days when you take time to reflect and you realize, you know what? We've all got a message inside of us, and that's a message that resonates with me that I need to share with you, and that's why I shared it. Because I care about you, and I don't want to get to the end of my life and regret not sharing with you what's on my heart, and to encourage and inspire, motivate you to live the life you're supposed to live. I'm not going to go down like that, and I hope and I pray that you don't too. Ha ha! Love it, Ed. Jerry, glad to see you. Shane, glad to see you too. And so there it is. There's your steel toes. So here we are at the end. Do me a favor. In the comments below, tell me what action you're going to take in the comments. Let's get this message out. If this message impacted you in some way, would you share it for me? Would you just go to the share button and share it? Because we want everybody to live their best life. It's for the greater good. It is to add value to people, and it's to get people who are stuck unstuck and get others who are unstuck to the next level. That's all we want. That's all we want. We want people to be transformed. We want people to be touched and we want to see the lives that we're living, those of us who are living in our passion, who are called to impact other people's lives and to inspire, this is one of the vehicles to do it. And so all I ask, if this added value to you, please share. That's all. And with that, hey David, glad to see you. So here it is, the blessing, my favorite part. Not because it's the end, but I just love the blessing. And the blessing is this. I pray the blessing of bread that you know no hunger. I pray the blessing of salt, that your life would be flavorful and that you would be flavorful to others. And I pray the blessing of wine, that joy and prosperity would be yours and the love of God would be your portion this day and forevermore. Hey, Jake, tomorrow I'm going to practice hockey for 30 minutes more. That's what I'm talking about right there. See that? Jake is 11 years old, people. Jake is 11. I love Jake. And look at his heart. He's already made a purpose statement right here. So Jake is setting, an 11-year-old setting the example for all of you that are listening to this. So I challenge you right now. Ed published one also. He's going to write and publish. So here it is. In the comments below, what action step are you going to take? What action step are you going to take that you can look yourself in the mirror on your deathbed and say, I don't regret. I have no regrets in this area. Put that in there. I love it. Jake, you rock, man. Thanks for setting the pace for us. Ed, you too. And so with that, I'm going to bring Steel Toes to a close. I want you guys to have a great week. I want you to have a phenomenal week, and I want you to impact lives and make a difference at your work, at your homes, with people in the marketplace, wherever it is that you spend the majority of your week. Go make an impact. Go make a difference. Go add value. Thank you, and we'll see you next week. Those of you that are watching, I'll have a blog out tomorrow for you, and I'll put it in the comments. And also, keep an eye out on this feed here, because when I go out for my walks in the morning, you see LaRue on the street. That's me. And I'll have a quick little take on a new thought, a new idea that comes to my mind as I'm walking, and I'll share it with you. So be on the lookout for those. Thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you for the birthday wishes again, and I'm looking forward to what this year has in store for me and for you. All right, take care, and bye for now, friends.